We're going to look in this lesson at percentages of amounts. So have a look at this. We've got 100% of 80. So imagine you have 80 Smarties and I eat 100% of them. That means I eat all of the Smarties. So 100% of 80 is 80. Now if we were to look at 50% of 80, we know from our fraction knowledge that 50% is a half. So to find out 50% of 80, we need to take this 80 and divide it by 2. We need to find a half. So 80 divided by 2 will give us 40, because I'm only eating 50%, I'm only eating half of the Smarties. Let's have a look at this example then. We've got 50% of 40. So 50% of 40, that means half of 40. So that will give us 20, because our 50% is equivalent to a half. If I was then to say, can we find 25% of 40? There are two ways you can do this. Either you find 50%, which is 20, and then halve it again, because half of a half is a quarter, which would give us 10. Or to find a quarter of 40, you take 40 and you divide it by 4, because a quarter of 40, you take that denominator, so you would do 40 divided by 4, which still equals the same answer as 10. Now if we were trying to find 10%, to find 10%, we divide by 10. So we take our 40, divide it by 10, that will give us 4. Once we found out 10%, we can find out 20%, because it's just 10% times by 2. So it would be 4 times 2, which equals 8. And equally we could find 30%, because we'd find 10%, which is 4, and times it by 3, which will give us 12. Let's go over that last bit again then. So we're finding 10% of 200. So to find 10%, we divide by 10. So 200 divided by 10 will give us 20. If your question was to find 20% of 200, you would find 10% and then times that answer by 2. So can you see, if I said let's find 50% of 200, there are two ways you can do this as well. Because you can either halve 200, because you're finding 50%, or you can find 10% and times it by 5. Our next one, we're trying to find 15% of 400. Now to find 5%, first of all, you either need to find 10% or 1%. So let's find 10% first. 10% of 400 will give us 40. Now to find 15%, we need to find out 10% and 5% and add them together. So we found 10% already. Now to find 5%, you either halve 10% to get 5%, which will give you 20, or you find 1%. So if we're to find 10%, we divide by 10. To find 1%, you divide by 100. So 1% of 400 will give us 4. And now we've got 1%, we want to find 5%. We would times that answer by 5. And then we would take 20, add 40, because that will then give us 60, which is our 15%. The questions I want you to have a go at is 50% of 200, 10% of 150, 5% of 260, and 15% of 300. Let's work through it then. To find 50% of a number, you halve it. So half of 200 will give you 100. To find 10% of 150, we're dividing our number by 10, so that will give us 15. To find 5% of 260, there are two ways you can do it, but I'm going to find 10%, which equals 26, halve it, which will give you 13, so your answer is 13. And now to find 15%, we want to find 10%, and we want to find 5%. So 10%, we take 300, and we divide it by 10, which equals 30. 5%, we halve that, so 30 divided by 2 equals 15. Add those two together, so your answer is 45.